Alright guys, this is kind of the intro of my Subats, and I'm really glad that you guys are actually being a little open-minded and joining me on this kind of a journey. So, first things first is, you may or may not want an altar for your sun to represent the sun aspect, to represent the solar, the star, the beautifulness, the gorgeous blazing fireball in the sky. You may want an altar. I have my one right now because it's Christmas here. I usually use my windowsill that dedicates towards it. I usually burn little chime candles or little tea light candles, something small and quaint because my windowsill is not that big. But if I had a solar room where I had a bigger spacious area, I would actually have a little altar dedicated to it. So till then I'm using what I got, and so far I've been awesome with it. So far it's been amazing with it, and I kinda love it, and I want to build a tradition, and I am building a tradition within myself, and I wanted to expose this to you guys, and I want you guys to actually jump in on the wagon with me. First things first is grab anything that represents the sun. It could be the actual, like pictures of sun. It could be actual, like candle holders of the sun. It could be actual, I don't know, anything that represents sun to you. Anything that represents the fiery ball. Anything that represents the star up there. It could be like a whole cluster of it. Whatever. Grab it. Put it on your altar, if you will. Put it on anywhere. You can incorporate it into your main altar. You can incorporate it into your working altar. Whatever you feel seems fit, put it on there, and just give it thanks. Another thing that I really want to expose to people is this book. This book has actually helped bring out in words, bring out the ideal even more. Like it just wow, I can't believe it. Dorothy Morrison has an everyday series, and she brought this Everyday Sun Magic book, and I really love this book. And surprisingly enough, for her being a female, surprisingly enough, the Everyday Moon book, the Everyday Moon Magic book, is smaller than this book. So you know this has a little more information. She does incorporate the whole sun signs, transitioning towards one sun astrology sign to the next sign, to the next zodiac sign, which is really amazing. I can't get enough. Like this coming up, this Capricorn coming up here, it talks about Capricorn sun sign. It's talking about your affirmation in here. It talks about the huge thing I really love. Hold on. Is this chapter, and it's the part 2. And if you have that book, grab it now. It is page 187, and it talks about the different aspects of the sun. So you know the moon has 3 faces. You know that she has her waxing, which is the first quarter, and she has her full, which is the full moon, and she has her waning moon, which is the last quarter moon, and then she has the new moon, which not many people really recognize much, being it is dark moon, which is the new moon. In here, the sun actually basically goes through all those phases, and it goes through it every day. It has the dawn, which is the infant, the young, childish sun morning. It's the beginning, and there's these little things in here which is pretty awesome. You got little spells like acceptance, beauty, beginning, change, creativity, employment. This prayer I've been doing for a little bit is prayer perspective, which is really cool because it charges me the correct way. It booms me up. It makes me feel very energetic. It makes me feel very welcoming, and it basically gets me going. And it also helps me with my hangover. I mean, to be quite honest, it helps me with my hangover. I kind of step outside, get a fresh air, look at the sun, and just recognize it, that it's there, and it helps me. And then I do this little thing. I do this in the morning, just by itself, just me out there exposed to the sun, and I basically chant this a little bit or prayerize it, and I feel like, maybe I feel a little better. I feel a little groggy, but I feel at least a little more energetic. And then the next part of the sun is the morning, which is kind of like the breakfast time. And this is the adolescent. This is the brother/lover. This is when he's becoming a little more than just a toddler and not enough to be a teenager. And these ones, the spells in here is pretty cool. Again, I'm really big on like the traffic during that time. The traffic here. This is perfect when I see this. A little traffic to help me in the beginning of my days when I'm going to work. Then there's the noon, which is the father, which is the full moon, if you will, which is the full effect of the sun. Really, it is the full effect, and this is where you get the peak of your energy from. And there's a little bit of goodness into this. By this time, I'm usually at work, and I'm kind of like in the middle of my job. And I take time just to stop by and look at the window and just recognize it, give it praise. But there's little spells in here that you can work with, which is amazing. And then here's my favorite one. The sunset, the grandfather, and these are like the waning or the dark moon aspect to it. And there's some things in here that I really like. I'm really big on the gossiping one. Even I'm a huge gossip queen. I don't spread it. I don't talk about it, but I love hearing about it. But there's some things that kind of came my way that I didn't want to hear about people. And it's all these little aspects, which is amazing. And this is what I want to go through. So if you guys want to join me on this journey, grab this book. It's $12.95 here in the USA. It's $17.50 here in Canada, or up there in Canada. But you can probably find this online very cheap. I bought this full price when it first came out, and I couldn't help but put it down. And it's an amazing book. It's one of my amazing books. Yeah, so till then, join me on this journey. I want to go and talk through each one and each chapter. Not so much of giving out a whole bunch of information, but talk about it to each son and how I went through it experiencing. And I have a little book down there, or have a little notebook down there that I would like to talk it through with you guys. So till then, I'll see you around. Blessed be.